Jerry was a curious boy. He loved to explore. Every corner of his house was a treasure trove of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. From the creaky floorboards to the dusty shelves, Jerry believed every object had a story to tell. His boundless curiosity often led him to places others would overlook. One day, while rummaging through the attic, he stumbled upon something extraordinary. Hidden beneath a pile of old books and forgotten trinkets was an antique clock. Its intricate design caught his eye immediately. The clock was dusty, its surface covered in years of neglect, yet there was something captivating about it. The golden edges, though tarnished, hinted at a time when it must have been cherished. As Jerry leaned closer, he noticed the clock wasn't silent. It ticked steadily, but with an unusual rhythm. Tick-tock, tick-tock. The sound seemed to carry a strange energy, almost as if it were alive. The clock seemed to whisper to him, its ticking forming words in his mind. "Adventure awaits," it seemed to say. Jerry felt a shiver of excitement run down his spine. He was mesmerized, unable to look away. He knew he couldn't just leave it there. He had to know more. What secrets did this clock hold? Why did it feel so alive? His mind raced with possibilities. With trembling hands, Jerry carefully picked up the clock. It was heavier than he expected, its weight adding to its mysterious allure. As he held it, the clock began to glow faintly. A warm sensation spread through his hands, as if the clock was alive and responding to his touch. The ticking grew louder, echoing in the quiet attic. Suddenly, the clock started to shake. It vibrated with an intensity that startled Jerry. He almost dropped it but held on tightly, his heart pounding in his chest. Without warning, a bright light burst forth from the clock, filling the entire room. Jerry instinctively closed his eyes, shielding them from the blinding glow. The attic seemed to hum with energy. He was scared, but excitement bubbled within him too. What was happening? Was this the start of an adventure, just as the clock had whispered? Jerry's heart raced as he braced himself for what was to come. When the light faded, Jerry opened his eyes. He blinked a few times, trying to adjust to the sudden change in his surroundings. The air felt different, lighter, almost as if it was humming with energy. He could feel a strange warmth on his skin, like sunlight, but softer and more comforting. He wasn't in the attic anymore. The dusty, dimly lit room he had been in just moments ago was gone, replaced by something entirely new. It was as if he had stepped into another world, one that was alive with color and light. He was in a beautiful garden, filled with flowers and sunshine. But these weren't ordinary flowers. They glowed softly, their petals shimmering with hues Jerry had never seen before. The sunlight streaming through the air seemed to dance, casting playful patterns on the ground. A giant glowing figure stood before him. It was unlike anything Jerry had ever imagined. The figure radiated an aura of calm and power, its presence both overwhelming and comforting at the same time. It shimmered like 1,000 stars. The light seemed to pulse gently, as if it were alive. "Whoa!" Jerry gasped, his voice barely above a whisper. He couldn't take his eyes off the figure. The figure chuckled, a sound that was deep and resonant yet soothing. "Hello, Jerry," it said, its voice echoing softly in the air. "I am Time." The words hung in the air, heavy with meaning. Jerry's mind raced. Time? Was this some kind of dream? Time was tall and wise. There was an undeniable wisdom in its presence, as if it had seen and known everything there was to know. Jerry felt small in comparison, yet strangely comforted. He had kind eyes and a long flowing beard. The beard seemed to be made of pure light, shifting and flowing like a gentle stream. Those eyes, though, they were filled with kindness, as if they understood every question Jerry had ever asked. He wore a robe that sparkled with the colors of 1,000 sunsets. The robe seemed alive, its colors shifting and blending in a mesmerizing dance. Jerry was speechless, his thoughts a whirlwind of awe and curiosity. He had so many questions. Where was he? How did he get here? And most importantly, why was he here? But for now, all he could do was stare and wonder, waiting for Time to speak again. "Don't be afraid, Jerry," Time said. "I know you're curious. Come with me." Curiosity is the spark that ignites the fire of discovery. It's what drives us to explore the unknown, to step beyond the boundaries of what we know. Time's voice was calm yet filled with an energy that seemed to resonate deep within Jerry. He hesitated for a moment, but the allure of adventure was too strong to resist. Time held out his hand. Jerry took it. The moment their hands connected, Jerry felt a surge of warmth and light, as if he was being filled with the essence of time itself. It was a connection unlike anything he had ever experienced, a bond that transcended the physical and reached into the very fabric of existence. In a flash, they were standing in a bustling room filled with screens and buttons. The room was alive with energy, a symphony of lights and sounds that seemed to pulse in harmony. Jerry's eyes widened as he took in the futuristic surroundings. It was like stepping into a dream, a place where technology and imagination intertwined seamlessly. People in headsets rushed around, talking excitedly. Their movements were purposeful, their voices filled with urgency and anticipation. Jerry could feel the weight of the moment, the sense that something monumental was about to happen. He turned to Time, his curiosity burning brighter than ever. "Where are we?" Jerry asked. 1969, Time replied, the year of one of humanity's greatest achievements. Jerry's mind raced as he tried to piece it all together. He had read about this moment in history books, but now he was here, living it. The air seemed to hum with the excitement of the era, a time of innovation and boundless possibilities. We're about to witness history, the first human steps on the moon. Time's words sent a shiver down Jerry's spine. He could hardly believe it. The moon, that distant, glowing orb in the night sky, was about to become a place where humans would leave their mark. It was a moment that would forever change the way humanity saw itself and its place in the universe. Jerry watched in awe as a rocket roared into the sky, carrying brave astronauts towards the stars. The sheer power of the launch was breathtaking, a testament to human ingenuity and determination. As the rocket ascended, Jerry felt a surge of pride and wonder. This was more than just a journey to the moon. It was a journey of the human spirit, a leap into the unknown. He learned about dreams, courage, and reaching for the impossible. Jerry realized that this moment was not just about the astronauts or the moon. It was about the collective dreams of humanity, the courage to face the unknown, and the determination to achieve the impossible. It was a reminder that with curiosity and courage, there are no limits to what we can achieve. Next, Time took Jerry to a workshop filled with the clatter of metal. A man worked tirelessly, his face illuminated by the warm glow of a furnace. "This is Johannes Gutenberg," Time explained. "He's inventing the printing press." Jerry saw how Gutenberg carefully arranged letters, his brow furrowed in concentration. He learned about the power of words, the spread of knowledge, and the importance of patience. Section 5. Secrets of the Pyramids. Jerry's journey continued. He found himself in a hot, sandy desert. Towering over him were giant pyramids, their stone faces gleaming in the sun. "Wow!" Jerry exclaimed. "How are they built?" Time explained how thousands of people worked together using their strength and ingenuity to create these magnificent structures. Jerry learned about teamwork, dedication, and the enduring power of human creation. Time and Jerry traveled to many more moments. They saw dinosaurs roam, met famous artists, and witnessed incredible inventions. With every stop, Jerry learned something new. He began to understand the flow of time, the connection between past, present, and future. As the sun began to set, Time led Jerry back to the garden. Jerry felt different. He had learned so much. "Time," Jerry asked, "what is the most important thing you've learned?" Time smiled. "That every moment is precious. It's a gift, Jerry. Don't waste it." Jerry understood. He promised to use his time wisely, to learn, to explore, and to appreciate every second. Time held out his hand. It was time for Jerry to go home. Jerry took Time's hand, a little sad to leave. He'd grown fond of the wise, time-traveling being. "Will I see you again?" Jerry asked. Time chuckled. "Perhaps, Jerry. But remember, I'm always with you. In every second, every minute, every hour." Jerry smiled. He knew Time was right. Jerry found himself back in his attic, the old clock still ticking in his hands. But now, it didn't seem so mysterious. It was a reminder of his incredible journey and the importance of time. From that day on, Jerry lived his life to the fullest. He cherished his friends, explored the world with open eyes, and never stopped learning. He knew that time was precious, and he was determined to spend it well.